Hi, my name is Paul Lawver. I'm with the Uline Corporation, and I'm here at Apt Appliance in the Chicago market. And today we're going to talk about tips and tricks for Uline nugget ice machines. First tip is if the door gets reversed, you're going to want to move the gasket accordingly. So you can see this top square currently sits where this square is. So if the door gets reversed 180 degrees, this would now be at the bottom. So you gotta have to ensure that you take these gaskets off, just like that, and you're gonna wanna slide these little fillers here up. Very simple to do. Press them back in, and then there's another one across the bottom that gets moved to the top, just like so. And then the gasket itself, this one does not have a notch like it does on a clear ice machine, so it can pretty much be installed either way, up or down, doesn't matter. And then just press it in, just like so. Now when the door gets flipped 180 degrees, this piece will now be at the top to cover this area, because you want to ensure that warm air, ambient room temperature air is not getting inside where the ice is, which would reduce, the amount of ice that's inside your bin. Another tip regarding nugget ice machines is the nugget ice machines have a hinge system that's exactly the same as our 5-class product line. And what that means is it's a soft close articulating hinge, but behind the gasket at the top here, there are 2 Torx 25 screws that you can tighten or loosen. In this case, you'd want to loosen the top, loosen the hinges, the Torx 25s down here at the bottom as well. And then you can adjust the door 3/16 of an inch left or right to ensure that you get a perfect reveal to your adjacent cabinetry. If the door is leaning, to one side, then you can also adjust the door leveling by using these fine-tune adjustment screws. So tip number 3, and probably one of the most critical tips, is to be sure to measure your TDS levels of the water that's in the home, of the water that's actually feeding the nugget machine. Now, TDS stands for total dissolved solids. That means that's the solids that's inside that water, minerals, salts, whatever it might be, is a solid. And those solids over time can have an effect to the internal workings of the nugget machine, and we have to be sure that your TDS levels are under a certain level to ensure adequate lifetime use of the product. Those levels are anything under 400 parts per million would be adequate for water coming into the machine. And how you test that is every single nugget machine that's shipped from the factory comes with a TDS meter, and it's really simple to use. Simply turn it on. You'll have a digital display right here. It says 000. You're going to have a cup of water that would be the water that's feeding the nugget machine. You're going to dip the meter inside the water, and in this case here at Apt, their water feeding the house or feeding this building is 168 to 170 parts per million. That is adequate. Anything under 200 parts per million, an inline filter system is not required. If it's 200 parts per million to 400 parts per million, one of our inline water TDS filters are required to ensure warranty for the product. But anything under 200, the unit does not require it from a warranty standpoint, unless you want to register your product for a +1 warranty. Then it's required to get our +1 warranty. So the unit comes out of the box with a 1-year parts and labor. If it has a filter with it and you register it with uline.com, then you get a 2nd-year warranty for free. So our TDS filter is a completely separate filter that is installed externally from the ice machine itself. It can go into an adjacent cabinet, it can go into a basement, it can go into a water closet, somewhere separate away from the actual ice machine itself. And it's a pretty simple installation. It's a 3/8 feed tube to the machine, 3/8 out, filter head. The unit just screws right into a filter head, so it's a very simple installation. At some point, the install would require to go from 3/8 to 1/4 inch because all ice machines require a quarter inch water line feed to them. The 3 class, we make 2 different nugget machines. There is a 3 class and then there's a 1 class. The 3 class is the step-up model, and that step-up model is going to have a built-in taste and odor filter that is different than the TDS filter. So it's important to ensure that you're using the TDS filter when your water TDS levels are from 0 to 400 basically. So the 3 class Uline Nugget ice machine is a step above our 1 class, and that the feature that you gain with that 3 class, a couple of things are, you get a taste and odor filter, and this taste and odor filter must be installed in the unit in order for the machine to actually make ice. It's very simple. You take it out of the packaging. Across in the back right corner of the ice machine here is a little spot where it goes in, and you basically press in firm and turn 1/4 turn. Now it's in position and it's opening up a water valve to allow water to flow through the filter as well as water flowing to the built-in water dispenser. And this is a unique feature to Uline's 3 class products. No other product in the industry has the built-in water dispenser in an under-counter ice machine. Very useful feature for people that have built-in refrigerators that don't have a water dispenser. This is a great solution for that customer. So the other thing you have to be cognizant of with your Nugget ice machine is regular maintenance. And that regular maintenance depends on your water condition in your home. So if you have a home or you live in an area with hard water, you're gonna wanna clean your ice machine more regularly than if you have regular or soft water. We recommend every 3 to 6 months, depending on your water condition, as far as the time frame of when you should go through a descaling cycle with the unit. So when you receive your Uline Nugget ice machine, if you register it with uline.com at any point in time, if you register within 60 days, we give you a free 2nd-year warranty for free. But at any point you register your product, we will then send you free of charge the cleaning kit that's required for maintenance. If you don't register it, you can still purchase it at uline.com. And what you get with that cleaning kit is specific cleaner, specific to Uline, as well as a funnel and a rubber tube. And how this works is you'll remove the upper decorative cover there, and in the very back of the ice machine, this is the port where the ice actually comes out and falls into the bin. You're gonna insert the rubber tubing into that port after you go through and program your ice machine per our per our use and care manual. You're gonna program this to go through a cleaning cycle, and there's about, I don't know, 6 steps or so that you have to go through. Once that funnel rubber tube is in there, you're going to take the cleaner and you're going to pour a certain amount of cleaner into this funnel. It's going to drain through and it's going to feed this descaling agent into all the water lines, the auger system, and it's going to descale that. So it is about roughly about an hour process to go through the cleaning and descaling cycle. So as you're doing that, the other thing you want to do is remove the bottom plate here and then vacuum out the condenser to get any kind of dust, pet hair, things like that off of the condenser behind this area right here. So descaling every 3 to 6 months, depending on your water condition. And each time that you descale, you want to vacuum the condenser. And each time you descale, you want to change your taste and odor filter on the inside. One final trick or tip I'd like to tell you about is the Nugget machines have a feature called You Choose Ice. And what that does is it takes a firm nugget, the way it's set from the factory is at a 0 setting, and that is a firm nugget. You can go to a minus up to or down to a low as a -5 setting, which is going to equate to a much softer nugget, almost like a slushy type of ice, if you will, perfect for oysters on a half shell, shrimp cocktail, things like that. So, or instant margaritas as well. We love that one. So to do that, you're going to press the up arrow button for 5 seconds, press and hold, Once it flashes 0, then you can do the down arrow key as low as 5. So there's 5 different settings from 0 to -5 of how slushy you want the ice. Great feature.